Are we on? Oh, we did.
I still haven't seen Allie's face since I've seen her in
What's
person.
up, everybody?
I know it is pretty. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame. Wow, look at this. Kale is on vacation in Hawaii. Look at this. Devin Erica, we get like a half of it. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's like Mario when you would go out one side and then you would come in the other. Do you know
I would
what
say
I'm
it's
talking
like it wouldn't be a horrible idea to cut down half of my input on the show.
Here, I can scoot over a little. Dev can scoot in.
Everybody
We
get
can
close
make
here.
this work.
Friday Night Lounge, guys. Here, a bounce back lounge. I'm hoping, hoping for a bounce back lounge for the Denver Nuggets as they take on the Cleveland Cavaliers for the second time. A surprise game. Nuggets weren't expecting to go to Cleveland, but got a lucky surprise that they will be there for tonight. I'm joined by D-Line Co.
What's up, guys? It's good to be here for 45 seconds.
All three of these guys literally just got here. So Harrison,
Hey,
shows a like exactly. Don't blame the producer here.
hey,
All right,
I
go
have a
ahead.
feeling this is going to be an immaculate pregame show.
Well, already off the rails here.
The vibes are great.
We got Dev Johnson.
We're gamers, man. We come when it's time. We're gamers.
Yeah, we don't need a warm
We're
up.
gamers.
We don't need a warm up.
What are we talking about? Practice?
All right, Harrison, give us some game notes. What's going on with this game? Who's in? I hear there's a thrilling announcement.
That's a good way to put it. Will Barton back with the Nuggets tonight after missing a couple games for a family matter. So that's big. I mean, I think if Will Barton is active, the Nuggets probably win that Celtics game. I mean, I don't know about that Wizards game. That was just a weird game all around. But he's back. It's funny. Gary Harris is out tonight. And, of course,
Not that funny.
he returned. Well, I guess interesting is
Okay. All right. Yeah.
odd
I was waiting for
is
the
a better
punchline.
word for it. So he returned the other night in D.C. after a 7-game absence due to that adductor. Now he's out again. And it's funny. We didn't even get the question into Michael Malone pregame as to, did he aggravate it? Is this just injury management? So I guess we'll see. He's out. Looks like JaMychal Green's going to play. PJ Dozier's still out. Paul Millsap is still out as well. For the Cavs, Andre Drummond, of course, he's out.
Right.
They're just sitting him. He's not going to play.
Out on the trade block.
Yeah, he's going to be out of Cleveland pretty soon. Kevin Love's still out. Larry Nance is out still. Taurean Prince out as well. So the Cavs are pretty banged up. So, yeah, that's what we got. I mean, the Nuggets are heavy favorites, as we'll get to in the DraftKings segment. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
What about Michael Malone before the game? What was sort of his messaging, and what did he have to say? It is Jokic's birthday. We should mention. We're going to talk about that here
No,
coming
we're
up.
gonna sing. Did we practice singing Happy Birthday in
We
Serbian?
should have, man. We should have practiced it.
I'll practice it. Let me
Maybe
find it
for the
online.
post game show. For the post game show, we'll get it ready.
I mean, a lot of what Michael Malone talked about pregame, and this is why I said the vibes are good right now, is Jokic getting the starting gig in the AllStar game.
Yo.
And a bunch of questions about that. I asked Malone, like, when these moments happen, when these big moments happen with Jokic, does he look back on just Jokic's rise and where he's come from? And he said he does, and he reminisced about the 2017 season.
I'm very surprised as well.
The 2017
I love that
season when
Still my
Jokic
favorite, I
asked to
think.
come off the
Yeah.
bench. Remember when Yusuf Nurkic did not work? Michael Malone said Nikola came to him with, quote, tears in his eyes and asked to come off the bench because he was that frustrated. And
A little weird. I gotta say, like
That's a great quote.
but it is good. Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
Like, how obnoxious the idea that Jokic felt so moved that he wanted to make sure that Yusuf Nurkic got the playing time in front of him.
That son of a bitch.
What if Michael Malone had granted his wish and we went
Well, he
heavy
did.
on, but
He
what if
came
we-
off the bench.
What if just in general, like if we turned back time and we'd gone in heavy on Yusuf Nurkic
Oh,
and we told
man.
Jokic to hit the
But
red.
Jokic was just so conflicted because he's like, I know I'm better than this
He
guy,
had to have
but
known.
I want everybody else to be happy. I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
show that I'm a team player he is a team player. And I just want everything to just go so well.
I know. He's
But
such a good
also,
guy.
I don't want to play alongside him. It's not working. Like, how do we figure this out? You're
Well, I
going to
guess-
have to choose eventually.
I guess we are officially now on to Jokic's birthday here at Comment, because I do want to ask this. He's 26 now, and we're talking about 2017 where he's 21, 22 years old, and I do feel like that's a different Jokic. The idea of him
Oh, my
volunteering to come off of the bench, even though and we're all joking, but it was clear that Jokic was the better player in my opinion at that point. So the idea of him doing, I just feel like mentally, obviously he's more mature. Everybody between 22 and 26, those are formative years. You really grow up in that period and become who you are. But I just feel like he's a lot more focused, intense, mature, and I think accepting of who he is in the world. This phenomenally talented basketball player.
Yeah. It's funny, man. Like, we were talking about this the other night, but those games where he barely shot the ball early last season.
Those were last year even.
That was just last year.
Yeah.
And those seem like such a distant memory. And I was talking to Vlatko earlier this year for a story I did, and he said that he pretty much told Nikola earlier this season, at the beginning of the season, that
Nikola,
you've shown them you're this player. You've shown them you can carry this team. There's no going back now.
Yeah.
Like, you've shown them who you are in the highest leverage situations that you can be put in. And, like, there's no going back now. You just have to embrace it. And he totally has.
Eric, you've been on this for the longest, that the Jokic is a gift to the city of Denver. I've now stolen that, and now people think it's my thing. But no, it really is your thing.
Wow.
No, but I'm saying, like, it really is true. And, like, we celebrate his birthday today. It really is this, like, celebration of, like, there's a short list of athletes that you can say, that was the reason I'm a Denver sports fan. And Jokic is already on that list.
Oh, it's John Elway. The list is very short.
Let me hear your list before you get to Jokic.
Gifts to the city of Denver include John Elway. Peyton Manning was a gift with a short expiration date.
Sure.
Everybody close their ears. Nolan Arenado. Not every gift
So that's
remains.
interesting. It was Nolan for you and not like a Todd Helton.
No, for me, the Rockies. I was a fan of the concept of the Rockies before I had latched on. For me, it was
true.
the big cat on Jess Galarraga was my first guy that I was super hyped on. Eric Young. But, later on, there was Troy Tulowitzki, things like that. I mean, who cares? Like, screw the Rockies. But Nikola Jokic is the one athlete that I feel like the closest kinship with, because just seeing the potential, talking about him, like a guy, I've mentioned this before, I worked with a guy that was from Greece, and so he was like really tuned into this idea of Jokic being the MVP of the Adriatic League. We were talking all about it. Like, we, of course, like everybody thought he was going to be a draft and stash, but then he was just too good. He came over. You start to see him doing like really like just kind of fun, like Faku kind of stuff in the summer league, but you don't think too much of it. It's like Bol. Like, it's like, oh, this is kind of a non-prototypical type player we can bring in. Right. It'll be interesting. And then just to watch him grow, like the idea that he would be second fiddle to Yusuf Nurkic now is just so hilarious.
I see the comments. Somebody has Terrell Davis, and I kind of put him in there too. Like, it was a shorter thing, but he was kind of a gift too, where it was just like this miracle player. You know?
I loved Carmelo.
The Nuggets or the
really
Broncos running backs for a while just seemed like gift after gift.
Yeah. But Terrell Davis was like a cut above.
But truly, Carmelo was a gift to the city of Denver. But Jokic is
like a
unique.
special gift. Yeah,
yes, because
he's in the top tier of gifts.
The true gifts feel like they are not only given to you, but they give back in a way that like Jokic feels like. He just gives and does not ask in return.
He doesn't want anything in return.
Can I say, I put this on the Locked On NBA podcast last night with Anthony Irwin. He's a true basketball artist.
Yes.
And I think there's something special about it. Not every player's an artist, you know. In fact, most aren't. But he is a true basketball artist, and there's something fun. I think Carmelo was, too, in a different way. But Jokic is such a unique artist, man.
Yeah. He's incredible, man.
Peter Forsberg, Joe Sakic.
So it's weird. This is usually this week. It's Jokic's birthday, and I was sitting here thinking, like, I don't remember any games where Jokic played, and it's because he hadn't. Yeah. He's played one time. His rookie season, he had 0 points and 4 fouls in 3 minutes. Yep. Not a great game. But it's because it's always the All-Star break right now.
Right.
This is usually the All-Star break, so I was wondering why we never see him, but that's why. So I'm curious, do you expect big things out of Joker tonight? I'll start with you, Dev. Big things out of Joker on his birthday.
I think yes, but it has nothing to do with his birthday. Like, he's just been so amazing that, like, point. What would be a big Jokic game? Like, if he gets a triple-double in, like, the first quarter or something like that. Like, there's nothing that really he could do right now that would impress me besides trying to break his own record of the fastest triple-double. I don't see anything else he could do.
Right.
If I had a dream Jokic game, it would be like a 15-15-15 game tonight. That's the type of Jokic game I want to see on his birthday.
Shortly after the Nolan Arenado trade, I had a dream.
Well, we can say it.
No, I can't. I can't. No, it's like Voldemort. Yeah. My man.
What are we talking about here?
I had a dream that we traded Nikola Jokic, and I literally woke up and I was in a horrible mood for a solid day. It was like one of those things I couldn't shake. I was like, Dream Eric. Why is it even in your
So
mind?
like those dreams where your girlfriend cheats on you?
No,
Have you
I
ever
don't
had
know
one of
about those. I don't care about those.
No, my wife has the dream that I cheated, and then she wakes up and she's like, and I'm like, what?
And then they're mad at you the whole next day when you didn't even do anything.
It's a little scary.
That was me with this dream, but I was mad at myself like the whole day.
That's so funny. Jokic, please never leave us. It'd be the saddest day. Like literally,
We won't
do
just be
him.
mad the whole next day. We'll be mad for a while.
Yeah, you said 15, 15, and 15. I like it because it's his number. But I think 26,
Yeah.
26, and 26 would also
Oh,
be pretty
okay.
good.
Okay.
Maybe I'm getting a little
All
too.
I mean, what Russell Westbrook had did it like before.
What?
Like his
A
big
26?
number. No, it was
26?
like the Nipsey Hussle tribute.
Oh, that's right.
And
That's
he
right.
actually went and did it. Like that is wild.
What was it again?
It was 60s. Is like the gang that he's in, but he did 20, 20, 20,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
major. Like that's insane.
That is pretty insane. I don't feel like Jokic is that motivated to do that.
Well,
tonight for
this
his
is also
birthday.
this is a game where Jokic is probably going to play 3 quarters if it goes anything like the last time we played the
Potentially, yeah.
Cavs. So I like Dev's idea of besting his fastest triple double. We'll get it in like what was it, 10 minutes and 30
It
seconds?
was
would
like
be-
15.
I don't know. Some
something.
records just aren't going to get broken in like that
that's
game.
tough.
That game's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It was, and I don't. Our Serbians can help me, chime in on this. But apparently, a very famous Serbian artist died today, a musician, and it was also the musician. I'm told somebody wrote to me to tell me this. Also, the musician that that played the song that he danced to at his wedding. So it could be a thing. Like, look, man, if Bob Dylan died or something like that, it is a game like it would be a little extra
tribute.
emotional or something.
A tribute.
Even if it's not a tribute, it's just like a little one of those days where you feel more connected to the universe. So I don't know, maybe we get that from you.
Very interesting.
We're probably gonna get like a
Let me find
16,
how can I
8,
bet
and
on
4
that?
day from him. We're like, well, all right, well, whatever. Moving on though, guys. Our boy, our guy, our man, Nikola Jokic. He did make it to the AllStar game for the 3rd time, but for the first time, he will be starting.
Ba, ba,
This is a
ba.
massive deal. This is massive.
I think this is a really big deal, man, and it's kind of cool. Like the starters, they get the marquee in the All-Star game. Like there's other dudes that make it. There's always one guy that makes it that gets like 3 minutes, and it's like, go out there, maybe we'll give you one shot.
It is hilarious, like just the tiers of life where you are an all-star, but you're like the joke all-star.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Well, it's gonna be Rudy Gobert this year. Where it's like we put him out there, but what are we gonna do? Like, all right, here you go.
Did he make it officially, Rudy
No,
Gobert?
well, they haven't announced the
Well,
reserve
I'm
yet.
looking for
He'll
some more
make-
Rudy
He'll for
tiers.
sure make it.
I want Rudy tiers.
But nobody hits like if he is in the All-Star game, what do you want him to block shots? No, like okay, like we're gonna give you one lob. All right, send
The
it back.
All-Star game sucks for big men except for Nikola Jokic. He's the
Well,
only
that's what
big man that can flourish in an All-Star
Well, that's what I
game.
wanted to ask. So now that he gets the marquee, he's going to play 20 plus minutes now. He's going to get. They're going to run plays for him. They're going to do things that are Jokic things now. How do you think he's going to shine in this one? Because I think first one, a little bit of shine. Second one, he had his moments.
He
Yeah.
was fun.
He's
was the
fun.
Joker.
Had the little tap off LeBron.
Dev,
out of
what do we
bounds. That was a
expect
fun
in this
little
He
next-
moment.
like shot a 3-pointer.
Now that he gets his name called in the smoke machine and everything, what do we expect?
I think that since he is the big man, that's the only unique big man in the league, it's just going to be a lot of like assists. Him doing some cool like bounce pass dunks or something like that. Like I don't think that he's going to go out and try to score or even go out and shoot a lot. It's going to be like how many assists can I like rack up, or how am I going to do things that everyone already knows me for, but just didn't know I could do with like better players around me or just like in a more fun environment. So that's what I would go after.
I do think he's going to have some assists though. Like if he gets matched up with LeBron or something, they'll run a play where it's like Yoke off the backboard to LeBron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just feel like why not? You have a guy
it's going to
perfect
be
to do that.
nonstop water polo passes.
Water polo,
Again.
outlet passes, just
like-
insane. What do you think?
I don't think he's going to shoot maybe at all. But I think he's going to try some crazy shit like you were saying, because where he is now, just in terms of how comfortable he is like in his own skin, how comfortable he is alongside the NBA's elite, he's just at peace. I feel like now compared to where he was even last year in the All-Star game and obviously the year before. So I just think he's like comfortable. He's confident in like who he is. So I think he could try some crazy shit.
Eric, Jokic has made friends, and he's talked about. Everybody's like, I don't want to go to the All-Star game. Jokic was asked about it. I could tell he wants to go. Like he enjoys that weekend because
Definitely.
he gets to feel a part of the fraternity of NBA royalty, in which he belongs. How do you think he's going to approach this one? And just like, what do you think? Is there going to be a lot of friend making Does this elevate his profile?
Wasn't it like a couple back that he became like longtime friends with Russell Westbrook?
Yes. Yeah. Got him a birthday gift.
Nikola Jokic is the most jovial, like, he's somebody that like I really honestly want to meet and try and weave into my own personal life. Like
Jokic?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I'm saying, like, who wouldn't want to be buddies with Nikola Jokic? Like, there's just something like, just seeing him just like lights up a room. So yes, there's going to be some fraternizing with the other royalty in the NBA. I think LeBron and Jokic are going to share funny stories about wine drinking and.
Yeah.
Listen,
I need video of this. It sounds lovely.
It's gonna start the pipeline of all stars coming into Denver to play.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah. All right, we have to talk about the schoolyard pick because this is the new thing. It's not televised. I wish it was televised. It's not televised, right? They didn't change this up.
Is it not? What?
Maybe it is.
It's been televised the last
they've been doing
couple of years. Yeah.
All right, so this is even better. So you got KD and you got LeBron, and they're going to pick the teams. Now, I want to know where Jokic fits into this, in your guys' opinion, because I keep wondering who's going to be the last pick. And let me read you off the names really quick.
Oh, my God.
For the bigs, you got Jokic and Embiid. For the guards, you've got Kyrie, Beal, Curry, and Luka. And then for the forwards, you've got Giannis, you've got Kawhi, KD, and LeBron, obviously. I'm going to give my take first. I think that Luka and Giannis have a great shot at being the last picks.
Oh, I think it's Bradley Beal. That's going to be the last
Why?
pick. Because he's just like the least popular guy.
Is he least popular with players?
Yeah.
So here's my thing. He's a shooter. If you're LeBron and you're building your team, don't you want a bunch of guys that are going to give you the ball and shoot when they're open, they're going to shoot. So you get that. I think Bradley Beal might be a top pick, like way up there. He's also a Nike guy. I don't know if that matters. I think it actually does. I actually think it does.
So
sadly, I think it's a lot of.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Can't take any Adidas guys. We can't take any Under Armour. We gotta.
Yeah. I think that Bradley Beal's still at the bottom of the total.
You think he's last?
Yeah, just when you look at the other like
scorer.
superstars in the league, and I think that's also what makes it so special about Jokic because if you see the names around him, like he's in like elite company, like historically, like. You have LeBron, Durant, and Curry. That's just like wild names like that are going to stay.
Hold on a second, though. Oh, go ahead.
Only one All-Star is rumored to be available. Don't you think?
Oh, you think there's recruiting going on?
Don't you think there's a little politicking, a little recruiting? Like
the Lakers are trying to get Bradley Beal.
I'm going to take Bradley Beal, pick number one. There's no one on earth I want to play with more. Maybe he'll take a.
I hope that happens just for the story.
The hilarity of it. I was also thinking about Steph Curry because there are politics to this, and one of them is Under Armour versus Nike. But another one, I'm not kidding. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. But another thing about it is Curry is the reason LeBron doesn't have like 6 championships right now. And building towards even more. And that Warriors team, like a little thorn in his side. There was a lot of resentment between, is Curry the best player? I feel like Curry might fall in this draft just for those resentments. And then you got Kevin Durant as well, who, again, like not exactly a fan of Curry.
Selection is going to be must-see.
I'm telling you, it's kind of fun.
So here's a little draft history. LeBron has drafted Kawhi and Kyrie with his second overall picks in these last couple of years. He drafted Kawhi second overall, Kyrie third overall.
KD better take Kyrie right away or Kyrie's going to have words.
Also, LeBron has drafted Kawhi in both years.
Yeah, so, he knows he doesn't want to be guarded by Kawhi.
Right. So I think he's taking Kawhi with his first pick.
I do too. All right. So Kawhi's off the board, first pick.
Durant, there's kind of this unwritten rule, I think, in these drafts where you have to take your teammate.
You have to.
LeBron took AD first last year. Does Durant take Kyrie with his first pick? I mean, it's kind of a bust for a first pick, but you kind of have to take him because he's your teammate.
It's for an All-Star game.
Especially in an All-Star game.
For an All-Star game, it's not a bust at all.
That's my first picks because he's the more, sorry to interrupt, he's the most fun out of the whole group.
So I think Durant takes Kyrie.
All right, LeBron, snake draft goes back to KD again.
And KD being such a dark horse, I think there could be a possibility that he takes Jokic with that third pick. He has spoken very highly of Jokic in the past. He's a fan. We know that. KD's a bit of a wild card in this thing because he hasn't been in this draft before. So I don't know. I think that's the highest Jokic could go, third overall.
Where do we get odds on this?
I know. I kind of like it. First of all, I don't see it. Do you see it, Dev?
No.
Me neither.
No.
So I don't know, Do you see it? You're right, but...
I mean, I see it just because I want to see it.
Man, I want to see it too. I would love for Jokic to be like the first pick.
No, I
It'd
want
be like, hell yeah.
I want them to start fighting over Jokic.
Oh, it'd be the best.
I think the highest he could go is third. The lowest he could go is
last.
I don't think he goes last.
He could very easily go last.
He does not go last.
I think the lowest he goes is ninth.
All right, give me how you think this is gonna go. You think Kawhi Kyrie? I think is 1-2. That feels so right.
Yeah.
So I think that it goes. So I was like pitching myself that LeBron James is gonna be the one that takes him, but now like going back and thinking like Durant has had tweets where he said how much he loves Jokic.
You gotta think about the tweets.
And I just remembered his whole everything about Durant that's not scoring is about how he tweets. That's everything else about him. So the tweets matter to him. So he has to prove that he really does like Jokic. So I'm back on Arison's side.
So you think it's Jokic? Wow, he's going Jokic third overall. All right, give me your order here.
Well, I didn't take into account the tweets before, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I would love for Kyrie not to get picked too. Like, that would just be the greatest thing that ever.
I think Giannis might low-key drop in this
draft.
draft.
I was going to say, to make it more fun, what would be your last two picks?
He had a shaky showing in the All-Star Game.
What would be your last two picks on this? Like, I think that
I told you, Luka and Giannis, and not because they're not good. It's just if you're Kevin Durant or LeBron James, you're like, I don't want anybody else making plays. I'm the playmaker. I just need finishers.
Yeah. I bet Embiid drops to the bottom of the first round too.
Dude, this is insane talk.
Jokic is going to go last. I mean,
he's going to go last, right?
1,000%. So now that you just listed off those names, there's like no way.
So here's how I think it goes. We'll say KD takes Kyrie, LeBron takes Kawhi, and I think he takes Embiid. I think he goes right off the bat, and he's like, all right, I got Kawhi and Embiid. We can
I think so, too. LeBron has big market energy.
Big market energy for sure. I think the next pick is going to be Bradley Beal over Steph Curry because KD is just going to be petty as hell. And that's also a trade.
I have a prediction. I bet KD takes Steph. I bet he takes Steph.
You think?
Yeah. I think he takes Steph and he doesn't let people talk about him potentially snubbing Steph.
So here's a funny thing.
He doesn't let that happen.
If one of Embiid or Jokic goes early in this draft, the other one just goes last because nobody's going to end up taking.
You have to take one of the bigs.
Yeah, because nobody else is going to be like, I'm going to take two centers, and you're going to, so... we game theoried this. All right, so we have it. Jokic is either going third or last. I love it. And it almost it depends a little bit on who gets the first pick, because if it's LeBron, I just think he's taking Embiid.
Yeah.
If it's KD, third pick, he's taking Jokic.
I think if Jokic is going high in this draft, Durant's taking him. If he's going low, LeBron's taking him.
All right. We're glad we sussed that out. It's our best time of the show now, guys. We're going to get you ready to make some money while you watch this game. We're going to open up the DraftKings Sportsbook app, of course, the presenting sponsor of the show. And the chaos of this starting, I'm not sure I said that. It was DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR.
If you guys want to factor this in, the starting lineup is out. Will Barton back in the starting lineup. No big surprise there. But
Michael Porter as well.
Okay. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, JaMychal Green also starting.
All right, so any crazy odd boosts today? No, it doesn't look like it. So let's go right to the line. Eric, what do we got?
For the line itself, let's see. The Denver Nuggets are favored by 9 points.
Damn.
I mean, they did win by 38 the last time, guys.
They are favored by 9 points tonight.
So they did win by 38.
Yep.
But they're also on a 2-game losing streak.
Yep.
Does that mean they need another big field? Remember how good that one felt? And it was like, all right, steady the ship.
The Nuggets are back.
We're back, baby.
Anytime that you're able to laugh at the misfortune of another team in the NBA, it's like always a great night.
Yeah. Does that happen tonight? Jokic's birthday.
This feels like another blowout. The real X factor here is Colin mother effing Sexton.
Is he good? Is he bad?
A complete
I feel
no-show.
we don't know.
He came in and we were all like, hammer Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
And he scored 4 points. He took a shot and a half.
Was Gary Harris playing in that game or no? I don't even remember.
No,
he wasn't.
That was during him being injured.
He didn't even look at the rim that day.
He didn't even look at the rim. He had no interest in scoring. So, I don't like points, but I would absolutely take the Nuggets plus 9. Plus 9, wow. Or minus 9, excuse me.
Let's get down to some players ones here.
Yeah, let's look at some players. So, the player props, we always start with our main man, the birthday boy, Nikola Jokic.
Mine says points scored by the player, and I'm pretty sure that's Jokic.
25.5. That feels like the player.
He does say it. But here's the thing. Jokic turns 26.
Yeah, what?
The line's 25.5. Is it an omen?
That feels like an omen.
To take points scored by the player?
The only thing scary about that is this has blowout potential.
Big time blowout potential. Honestly, I was talking to Blaze earlier. He was asking me for some picks, and I was like you just said, like this has big blowout potential. I would actually look at the unders in a lot of this for specifically for Jokic, just because there's a really good chance he only plays 3 quarters. If you're not a person
he had
like
12
me,
or 14 in the last time.
Yeah, I don't love betting the under on anything. It's like it's not fun to be bummed out if Jokic scores a bucket. But you know, if you're a betting man, which we all are at this exact moment in time, I think that might be the smarter play.
Can I tell you guys a bet I just took because I'm a damn fool?
Did you take the triple-double?
No, I took Michael Porter again. I'm taking 14.5 points. Again, it's garbage time. They need him to get going. Like, tonight's a great night for him to get going. I'm taking Michael Porter 14.5. One of these days, he's going to shake off this rust. And
he started to. The rust shakeage began last game. He looked like...
I freaking hope so.
Dude, yeah, Harrison freaking hope so. I freaking hope so. Yeah. Deb, do you freaking hope so?
I freaking hope so.
Freaking lock it in.
Anybody joining me with a little Michael Porter bet
You know what? I'm going to freaking do it.
So I'm not going to do the points, but I will do points, rebounds, and assists. Just
for Michael Porter?
It's at 22.5.
Oh, man, that is a great bet.
That's spicy.
I'm going hard. I'm pounding that one.
I'm
going 4 units.
Bet.
Yeah, because
4 units. 4 units on it, guys. I'm going 4 units.
Even if it is a blowout, they're going to keep him in the game and try to find some type of rhythm for him. Yeah. He's going to be the one that gets to play.
Unless he's in trouble.
Yeah. And
22.5? My God, that's like crazy, man.
22.5. I'm taking it too.
I'm taking it. That's a great bet, Dev. Thank you so much for my 4-unit bet here. We look at 3-pointers tonight. Michael Porter 2.5, Jamal Murray 2.5, Jokic 1.5. I feel like Jokic not 1.5. I don't.
No, and we really need to talk about the ascension we're in the middle of, which is Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray has looked every bit the bubble Murray, specifically in the last game.
You feeling some 2.5 threes?
I'm feeling 2.5 threes.
I'm absolutely plus 300 for top scorer tonight.
All right, I'm going with you on 2.5 threes on him.
I'm feeling Mr. Murray.
It gives me something to root for, nice in there. What did you have over here, Harrison?
I was looking at top point scorer of the game.
Oh, top point scorer. Okay, who do we got?
This is tough.
Ooh, this one is really tough.
Plus
I like
300. I wish they had a line on Michael Porter Jr. for this one.
I love that they have Kevin Porter Jr.
Who's not even on the Cavs. He's on the Houston Rockets.
Wait, is this Michael Porter Jr. then?
Oh, I wonder if it is.
It's.
Yeah.
Do we bet it? Then we could tell them hey,
plus 2,500.
We thought it was
Kevin Porter Jr. Man, I was trying to bet
Kevin Porter Jr. is not even on the. He hasn't been on the Cavs for 2 weeks.
So it's Michael Porter Jr.'s plus 2. Man, I really want to bet it, but it says Kevin Porter Jr. Damn.
I say we go for it. Plus
we just go Kevin Porter Jr. We're going $5 on Kevin. Dude, it's really a plus 250. This is no way, man.
Plus 2,500, man.
This has got to be they think it's Kevin. We're going to win this bet and then be wrong because it's Kevin Porter Jr.
They're like, yeah, we're not paying that out. It's the wrong guy.
Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm backing out. What a fun bet.
I'm putting a couple units on it.
I'm going to put 1 unit on it. I'm going to put 1/5 of a unit. Not to tell you what my units are.
Another thing to pay attention to, I've been betting on and winning a lot recently, is Jamal Murray's rebounds.
Oh, really?
Jamal Murray in the last game had 9 rebounds. His line is only at 4.5.
It's Friday,
especially since he's been playing more off ball. He's been down low quite a bit, and since he's now a post player for some reason, like he's closer to the basket a lot more often. He's been picking up a lot of rebounds.
I love it. So I've got Murray rebounds 4.5, Kevin Porter Jr., which we believe is Michael Porter Jr. I've got a tiny unit on him. I got 3-pointers by Murray.
I hope Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't hear that you said you've got a tiny unit on him. Is that a guess? Or?
Thanks for riding with us, guys. Post-game show Friday night. Post-game lounge is always the best. Always the best. We'll see you guys all then.